Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Divorce, Volume 7, Book 63, number 178262. Volume 7, Book 63, number 178. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. That he had divorced his wife while she was menstruating during the lifetime of Allah's Apostle. Umar bin al-Khattab asked Allah's Apostle about that. Allah's Apostle said, "Order him, your son, to take her back and keep her till she is clean, and then to wait till she gets her next period and becomes clean again. Whereupon, if he wishes to keep her, he can do so, and if he wishes to divorce her, he can divorce her before having sexual intercourse with her, and that is the prescribed period which Allah has fixed for the women meant to be divorced." Volume 7, Book 63, number 179. Narrated by Anas bin Sirin. Ibn Umar said, "I divorced my wife while she was menstruating." Umar mentioned that to the Prophet. The Prophet said, "To my father, let your son take her back." I asked Ibn Umar, "Is such a divorce counted, i.e. as one legal divorce?" Ibn Umar said, "Of course." Narrated Yunus bin Jubair. Ibn Umar said, "The Prophet said to Umar, order him, Ibn Umar, to take her back." I asked, "Is such a divorce counted as one legal divorce?" Ibn Umar said, "What do you think if someone becomes helpless and foolish?" Volume 7, Book 63, number 180. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Divorcing my wife during her menses was counted as one legal divorce. Volume 7, Book 63, number 181. Narrated by Al-Awza. I asked Az Zuri, which of the wives of the Prophet sought refuge with Allah from him. He said, "I was told by Ursa that Aisha said, when the daughter of Al-Jawn was brought to Allah's Apostle, as his bride, and he went near her, she said, 'I seek refuge with Allah from you.' He said, 'You have sought refuge with the Great. Return to your family.'" Volume 7, Book 63, number 182. Narrated by Abu Asad. We went out with the Prophet to a garden called Ash-Sho till we reached two walls between which we sat down. The Prophet said, "Sit here," and went in the garden. The Jawniya, a lady from Bani Jawn, had been brought and lodged in a house in a date palm garden in the home of Umayma bint Numan bin Shirahal, and her wet nurse was with her. When the Prophet entered upon her, he said to her, "Give me yourself, in marriage, as a gift." She said, "Can a princess give herself in marriage to an ordinary man?" The Prophet raised his hand to pat her so that she might become tranquil. She said, "I seek refuge with Allah from you." He said, "You have sought refuge with one who gives refuge." Then the Prophet came out to us and said, "O Abu Asad, give her 2 white linen dresses to wear and let her go back to her family." Narrated Sa'al and Abu Asad. The Prophet married Umayma bint Shirahal, and when she was brought to him, he stretched his hand towards her. It seemed that she disliked that, whereupon the Prophet ordered Abu Asad to prepare her and to provide her with 2 white linen dresses. See Hadith number 541. Volume 7, Book 63, number 183. Narrated by Sahl bin Sa'd. Similarly as above, 182. Volume 7, Book 63, number 184. Narrated by Abi Ghalab Yunus bin Jubayr. I asked Ibn Umar, what is said regarding a man divorces his wife during her period. He said, do you know Ibn Umar? Ibn Umar divorced his wife while she was menstruating. Umar then went to the Prophet and mentioned that to him. The Prophet ordered him to take her back, and when she became clean, he could divorce her if he wanted. I asked Ibn Umar, was that divorce counted as one legal divorce? He said, if one becomes helpless and foolish, will he be excused? Of course not. Volume 7, Book 63, number 185. Narrated by Sahl bin Sa'd as Sa'idi. Uwaymir al-Ilani came to Azam bin Adi al-Ansari and asked, O Azam, tell me, if a man sees his wife with another man, should he kill him, whereupon you would kill him in cheeses, or what should he do? O Azam, please ask Allah's Apostle about that. Azam asked Allah's Apostle about that. Allah's Apostle disliked that question and considered it disgraceful. What Azam heard from Allah's Apostle was hard on him. When he returned to his family, Uwaymir came to him and said, O Azam, what did Allah's Apostle say to you? Azam said, you never bring me any good. Allah's Apostle disliked to hear the problem which I asked him about. Uwaymir said, by Allah, I will not leave the matter till I ask him about it. So, Uwaymir proceeded till he came to Allah's Apostle, who was in the midst of the people, and said, O Allah's Apostle, if a man finds with his wife another man, should he kill him, whereupon you would kill him, in cheeses, or otherwise, what should he do? Allah's Apostle said, Allah has revealed something concerning the question of you and your wife. Go and bring her here. So they both carried out the judgment of Li'an, while I was present among the people, as a witness. When both of them had finished, Uwaymir said, O Allah's Apostle, if I should now keep my wife with me, then I have told a lie. Then he pronounced his decision to divorce her thrice before Allah's Apostle ordered him to do so. Ibn Shihab said, that was the tradition for all those who are involved in a case of Li'an. Volume 7, Book 63, number 186. Narrated by Aisha. The wife of Rifa al-Qarazi came to Allah's Apostle and said, O Allah's Apostle, Rifa divorced me irrevocably. After him I married Abdur Rahman bin Azed Zubair al-Qarazi, who proved to be impotent. Allah's Apostle said to her, perhaps you want to return to Rifa. Nay, you cannot return to Rifa until you and Abdur Rahman consummate your marriage. Volume 7, Book 63, number 187. Narrated by Aisha. A man divorced his wife thrice, by expressing his decision to divorce her thrice, then she married another man who also divorced her. The Prophet was asked if she could legally marry the first husband, or not. The Prophet replied, no, she cannot marry the first husband unless the second husband consummates his marriage with her, just as the first husband had done. Volume 7, Book 63, number 188. Narrated by Aisha. Allah's Apostle gave us the option, to remain with him or to be divorced. and we selected Allah and His Apostle. So, giving us that option was not regarded as divorce. Volume 7, Book 63, number 189. Narrated by Musrik. I asked Aisha about the option. She said, "The Prophet gave us the option. Do you think that option was considered as a divorce?" I said, "It matters little to me if I give my wife the option once or 100 times after she has chosen me." Volume 7, Book 63, number 190. Narrated by Aisha. A man divorced his wife and she married another man who proved to be impotent and divorced her. She could not get her satisfaction from him, and after a while he divorced her. Then she came to the Prophet and said, "O Allah's Apostle, my first husband divorced me and then I married another man who entered upon me to consummate his marriage. But he proved to be impotent and did not approach me except once, during which he benefited nothing from me. Can I remarry my first husband in this case?" Allah's Apostle said, "It is unlawful to marry your first husband till the other husband consummates his marriage with you."